Hi again, everyone. Scott Pirate Popcorn Fan here, and in this video, what I want to talk about here is this new project that was announced by NBC. I say project because right now it's only in pilot stage. It's this show that's being called Grosse Pointe Garden Society that takes place in Detroit, Michigan. So the premise of this series intrigued me, but also because Anna Sophia Robb was cast as one of the leads in the project, and there were a few other actors that were cast that I have no knowledge of. Let's see, it was Aja Naomi King, Melissa Fumero, and Ben Rappaport. I don't know those actors, except for maybe, Melissa Fumero. She did some voice work for a Marvel MODOK adult cartoon show, which, if you don't know the MODOK character was, in fact, in live action recently in Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania. That's all I can say about these other actors. But yes, and the premise of this show, Grosse Pointe Garden Society, is that four members of a suburban garden club get caught up in this murder, and then things start to unlock. I guess it's like a murder mystery, and that I'm guessing that these four members of this garden club start to solve what's going on with this murder, but then everything starts to crash around them. Like, for example, Anna Sophia Robb's character is described as this English teacher who is a dreamer who has these dreams, but these dreams start to crash upon her, and I'm guessing that's as a result of this murder, and it's causing all this drama with these characters, and all these characters are living their lives in this suburban town of Grosse Pointe, I would assume. And it's interesting. I'm really curious about the premise of this. It kind of reminds me of Knives Out and its sequel, Glass Onion, sort of like a murder mystery. I'm curious if it's going to be sort of like a whodunit story. It might be. Who knows? But it's not a comedy. This is being known. This is being described as a drama, so it's going to be more in line of, say, maybe like a Bates Motel, the TV show. It might be more in line of that kind of tone. But yeah, and it's just really fascinating because it's. I was trying to look up like the actual city of Grosse Pointe. Grosse Pointe. It looks like there's different sections of this area in Detroit, Michigan, or like on the border of Detroit, Michigan, and it looks like there's a really beautiful looking garden in the area, and there's a school and all that stuff. So it looks like these four members of the suburban club. I'm curious. It'll be really interesting seeing like all these different people living in this suburban town, and especially like in regards to Anna Sophia Robb's character, the fact that she's living in a suburban area and that she's a teacher, I feel like I'm gonna latch onto her character again, like I seem to always do when I watch her in something new, because I live in a suburban area, and both my parents were teachers. Like, my dad was a teacher, my mom was a teacher. So once again, this is another project where if it gets picked up to series, I'm once again going to latch on to Anna Sophia Robb's character. So there's that. And yeah, like I said, I'm curious about the premise because it's interesting to me. So I think that's all of my thoughts. There's not a whole lot known about it yet, and I'm sure that once we get more updates, I'll make another video about it. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. And I have one more video that I want to make before this Friday, because this Friday I'm going on vacation to Japan. I'm going to Japan with my family, and we're going to be gone for a few weeks, and I will not be back until mid-June. But I will keep you guys updated. I'll probably like post photos of my Japan trip on my YouTube channel and share my experience with you guys. So don't worry, I will not disappear completely from YouTube. I'm sure I will post photos of my trip while I'm there. So yeah, and then also this Thursday is my birthday, May 30th. Oh boy, I'm turning 29. I'm entering my last year in my 20s. Oh, goodness gracious. Yeah. Oh, and speaking of, wrapping back around to talking about Grosse Pointe Garden Society, I'm surprised I don't know any of these other actors, because these other actors, Ben Rappaport, Melissa, and Aja, these other actors are older than Anna Sophia Robb, so I'm surprised I don't know any of them. They haven't been in anything that I've seen. So, yeah, that's really everything in regards to this project, and that's pretty much it. So, thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great Memorial Day, by the way. Happy Memorial Day. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.